Craft Amazing, and today we are going to be making this super cute little cactus ring holder. So in the last video where we did the agate coasters, I had a lot of leftover clay and I was trying to think of something that I wanted to make, and I decided to make a ring holder. I think that these came out super cute. This is a pretty short little video, but I just wanted to find something to do with some polymer clay, and I think they came out really cute. So let's go ahead and start making our ring holders. So let's get started by getting out our supplies. The first thing we'll need is an oven. I'm going to be using a tile to bake on, but you can use a baking sheet. So I really love baking on tiles. These tiles here are just 6 by 6 inch white tiles. You can get them at Lowe's for like 30 cents each, and I just love baking clay on these. Then we'll grab some clay, and for this video we'll be using white Sculpey 3 oven baked clay. I'm using white because we're going to be painting it. Next we'll use 2 toothpicks. You don't need to use these, but I feel like it gives a little extra strength while our clay bakes. Then you'll need some glossy Mod Podge, paint brushes, and some paint. I like to start by making the dish for our ring holder. So I get some polymer clay and roll it into a ball about 1 1/4 inches in diameter. Then I take my ball and flatten it out with my hand. Then I press it into a flat circle and stretch it out until it's about 3 inches in diameter. Then I pinch up the outer edge of my dish until the lip of the dish is 1/4 inch high. Then I set aside my finished dish for later. Now we need to make the trunk of our cactus. I'm going to take some clay and roll it out. I make the top part of the trunk nice and round. Then I continue to roll it while making the top rounded size thinner than the bottom. I make mine about 3 inches long and thinner than my middle finger. Then press the bottom end flat. Next, I take a toothpick and place it into my clay through the flat bottom side. I'll leave a little bit of the toothpick sticking out so I can poke it into my dish later. Now I'm going to make the arms for my cactus the same way I did the trunk, but these will be shorter, about 1 1/2 inches long, and since these are shorter, I use half a toothpick for each arm. Now I press the arm into the trunk. I curl the arm upwards and use my finger to blend the clay together. I do the same thing for the other arm, but I like to place the other one lower on the trunk. Next, I take my finished cactus and place it into the center of my dish. Again, I'll blend it together to make my ring holder one solid piece and set it on my tile. Now I'm going to pinch a small piece of clay and roll it into a small skinny snake. I then coil it around itself a bit to make a cute floppy little flower. Then I place it onto the top of my cactus. Now I bake this in the oven on 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 to 60 minutes. Now let's get some paint. So I'll start with this apple barrel princess paint and paint my flower. Once the flower is dry, I use Craft Smart Neon Pink because it's very watery and I use it for shading my flower to give it some depth. Now I want to paint my cactus. I want to make a nice seafoam green. So I'll be using some apple barrel spring green mixed with apple barrel white and paint the entire cactus in that nice green color. For the dish, I'm going to just paint it pure white with the white I used before. I also paint the bottom white, which I don't show here. Using that same spring green I used earlier, I finish with my painting by adding some lines to my cactus to look like the spines. Once I've finished painting and it's all completely dry, I coat everything, including the bottom of it, with some glossy Mod Podge. Now you can see what the finished ring holder looks like. I allowed the Mod Podge to dry 24 hours before placing jewelry on. You can now place rings on the arms, on the trunk, or just use the dish. Of course, I did make some more of these, which I do have available on Etsy right now. I just thought it'd be a fun, little, easy craft to do if you have like leftover polymer clay like I did. And they just came out super, super cute. So yeah, I still don't know how to end these videos, so I'm just gonna say bye!